And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Me, Dukect, back with you once again. And looks something. Marvel has finally done something that most studios, you know, should have been doing a long time ago. Is that they finally are playing the high-end showrunners? Holy crap! And not going to be like long ass movies that just felt like it's just like that. Really, they're like, okay, there's 6-hour films. This, one of the reasons why the most of the television shows, like heck, Secret Invasion, felt like it was just a waste of time. Seriously, most of their shows have become a waste of time and just fluctuate. I mean, for example, not only that, look about Falcon and Winter Soldier. It felt like they had serious stuff. They did all this stuff here, but it felt like they really should have done more. The problem, you don't know who it is or what it is. It just feels like it just is confusing. It leaves a mess. But yet, hopefully, this showrunner stuff will fix that. But honestly, I look at this thanks to the writer's strike that just happened, because right here, of course, Collider says earlier today, it was reported that Marvel Studios would pause the production of Daredevil Born Again after the studio wasn't pleased with Chris Hurd and Matt Cohen's vision for the Devil of Hell's Kitchen, which plans to retool the entire series. According to them, in fact, they had like let's see, the two side characters of let me see, what happened supposedly. Let's see, Karen and Foggy were supposed to be you know looks like they supposedly they were going to be killed off screen. So that was a rumor that was going to happen about it. Um, Karen Page and Foggy Nelson was like supposedly they were killed off on screen, back screen or something, which that's the reason why Daredevil wasn't being Daredevil. It's weird. But now I think with this new setup, I think they're probably going to bring them back. Rumors, by the way. These are rumors. These again are rumors. So I can't really that sort of stuff here could be, yeah. But anyway, it looks like they are doing the the Marvel's posted television, because again it was different. The studio was just filming entire seasons of television worth $150 million a piece without shooting a pilot first. See if it felt comfortable with the tone, the story, the character. It's just like, here you go, bing, bing, bam, boom, boom, done. No show Bibles, no nothing. There you go. Some of it worked, like say WandaVision, until it fumbled. I think Hawkeye worked until I felt like it fumbled a bit. But yeah, the fact is, the only one I think consistently was working was Loki, and even then it had some issues. But yeah, Loki feels like it was probably one of the most consistent shows, because Loki was always weird and always will be weird. But yeah, and I did not watch Seahawk Attorney Law, because I just like I felt I was done. That show did not like really like I didn't care for it. It looked really trying to be funny, but it's just not looked to be funny. I saw it and the CGI, and I felt like, you know what? I know the people from the VFX people from all the Marvel, and I guess getting so crunched by it. And by the way, they voted to unionize and strike, and I hope they do. Personally, I hope they do. I want them to strike, and I wish that if this government actually cared, they would actually stop. DC, Marvel, Warner Brothers, Disney, or whatever, who are pressuring these people who will go over. Like they say, if you go overseas while these people are striking, guess what? We will hit you with a tariff so huge that you won't able to make any profit from it, from the movie or TV show, what you're making ever. You will never make a profit on it, because the tariff will be so goddamn huge. Because I know what they're going to be doing, trying to sneak off and get this cheap ass labor for cheap, VFX and everything. So that's what I would be doing. But that's just my opinion. Then you got, like I said, you got Secret Invasion. Was a bad idea to begin with, because one, why didn't the Skrulls just go to Thanos' planet? Why didn't they just like, hey, Guardians, all this stuff, can you they could call them up and be like, hey, Captain Marvel, can you call them up and say, hey, why don't we just go and like put them into that planet, and we don't think about it anymore. And besides, when the comic was there, it was a, you know, oh, there were secret evil people. Like it was very Bush like in those early 2005 days. That was the issue right then, and now it just looks even worse. And then Moon Knight was let go because he was, yeah, it was just also Moon Knight was a, I think that was a little bit, I felt like a show that needed a show bible, a reboot, no, show bible, who these characters are, what they're doing, and everything else. um he was fleshing out scripts during the year, and then Brian Tucker was hired to replace him. Production of the series fell behind schedule, and the studio risked losing some of its cast due to previously scheduled commitments in other productions. And the rest of the Marvel Cinematic Series, the worst reception by critics today, with no one supervising the shows from completion. That's the problem. No one was minding the store. And now they're looking to say, okay, we're going to do, we're going to look at showrunners, we're going to focus these things because they just thought they could do this forever. They thought they could do this forever. They legitimately thought they could do all this forever. They can be like, oh, we could do all this stuff. We are this so perfect. We are perfectly people. We're not gonna. We are so, our man. We are huffing all of our farts, and it smells like it smells like goddamn tulips and rainbows and bunnies and all the things. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, I'm just exhausted. Hell, the problem with most of the Marvel shows that it feels like homework to continue watching. If you want to watch the Marvels, good luck trying to find. You have to watch the Endgame and all this stuff. Oh, by the way, you have to watch at least a couple of shows. You got to watch WandaVision. Um, you gotta watch WandaVision. You gotta watch Secret Invasion and Miss Marvel. Oh, and by the way, you like Ahsoka? Uh, yeah, that new Star Wars show. Guess what? You gotta have a sit down and start binging the entire Star Wars, cartoons for the past in 2000, from Clone Wars to Rebels to to Bad Batch, all these things. You're gonna have to watch that just to get this thing here. You're not. This is the problem. Most of these things are homework. It's homework, ladies and gentlemen. And now this whole thing, all of it, is exhausting. Nothing stands alone. I think this is why I think DC is going to probably surprise people. I think they are going to look at this and say, okay, we're going to have showrunners. We're going to do all these other things once the actors and everything, which by 2025, they'll I hope, probably by December, they're going to be like, okay, they're going to get this thing in. They're going to shake hands like, all right, let's do it. Actors, writers, they're gonna be on the post. They're gonna be like, okay, everything's good. We're gonna do it. We're done. We're over. We're moving on. Then they're gonna be like, okay, there it is. Here's the movies. Where we're gonna do stuff, this, that, A, B, C, and all that type of stuff. That's what's gonna happen. They're gonna be like, okay, showrunners. We're gonna make sure the shows are good. Because honestly, the last really good cartoon, the last really good, not good, but good TV show, quite honestly, was probably Doom Patrol. That was consistent. It was great fun, and I learned every bit of it, and it really ended on the show on a note and everything. And I wish it could continue, but overall, when's the last time for Marvel was basically Daredevil when they were on Netflix? Other than Iron Fist, I mean, second season was decent. I liked it. I watched the second season. I think it was okay. Um, and Jessica Jones season one was really good. And I think Luke Cage was actually pretty good as well. Both seasons, and Daredevil was highly consistent for the entire 3 seasons. I honestly, honestly wish that they had that high level of quality of those shows. I want high level of quality, my friends. And if I can't get the high level of quality, well, what's going to happen? Well, people are not going to watch, and people are going to have a lot less of respect for the shows. And then, and people, you're going to be running back to the same. It's confusing and ever. And they should go in a different path. That's what I want. I want these shows to start actually being a part of the shows. I want Marvel to be, let it actually grow and be, have other shows and maybe not be connected to some of this stuff. Maybe have new ideas and maybe having new people come in. And I think that at the end of the day, once you have that new people, if you get new people show up, new ideas can form and new risks and everything. And that's what I wish these movies and these studios could do. These movie studios could do instead of doing like a billion comic book films. Instead, they could just have new shows. I mean, instead of having let's just see, and this is real, and I will see. Let's see if I'm because I want to make sure this is real because I saw it and I because right here. Oh, and by the way, the suits you. Fuck you. Fuck yo, man. Suits universe, really? Oh god. See, this is what I'm talking about. Nothing can stand on its own. Nothing can actually be something on its own. Instead, it has to connect to something. I hate the MC. I hate it. I do. And this is my point right here. Right here. The Galaxy Quest TV show is in the works. Why? They're just screaming of IPs that you have like barely a remembrance, and they're just shooting them up there. No risk, no anything, no new shows, no chance. And honestly, let's be real. If something like they couldn't do a Star Trek today, because let's be honest, they wouldn't take that risk. Same with Star Wars. Same with let me see. What's like shows that we actually liked back in the early days and such. X Files wouldn't have been made today. Let's see. What other shows with that type of gumption instead of in the imagine if you put some in the comments section that would not be made because these hacks, these studio hacks, and I will keep saying these are hacks because they are these executive hacks will just continue to bleed this the multi universe here because this right here should not be a thing. This should never be a thing. Universes and fuck off. Sorry, I had to do that, ladies and gentlemen. I had to go a little I'm went a little blue because this just pisses me off. Look at it. Look at this. Suits universe. See what I mean? I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Everything has to be connected. Everything has to be all connected, and I am sick of it. And I like comics. I'm looking forward to the new DC universe. I'm looking forward to these things. But man, can we just stop everyone else trying to connect everything? Why can't we just have things end and we can have new ideas, new stories, new opportunities, new things to show up instead of having like Yellowstone and there's like multiple re, uh, reboots and like you know Yellowstone back in 1923, Yellowstone in 1863, just prequel after prequel, trying to connect to every single little goddamn thing. I'm sick of it. Sick of it. Let's have something new. Let's have something interesting. Something that people will go after. I am tired of these Hollywood executive hacks doing this stuff. And they are hacks. And I'll keep saying that. But you know what? Enough of my ranting today. Thank you again so much for sticking with me, Duke CT. This is Thursday evening. And we will be back once again next Thursday night. Next Thursday. We're going to be here. Next Thursday, we're going to be doing this as well. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. Thanks for being here. Thanks for sticking with me. Duke CT. Peace and love. I will see y'all when I see y'all later.